Good morning. Welcome to this edition of Up to the Minute. It's Wednesday, August 17th. Thanks for joining us on Up to the Minute. I'm Sharday Campbell, Enrollment Communications Manager here at HCC, and I am joined by my co-host today, Montrose Cunningham, who is HCC Northwest Community Outreach Coordinator, and he's going to kick things off by telling us how to find Up to the Minute on social media.
All right. Good morning, Sharday. How are you? We're live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page and YouTube, not HCC, Houston Community College District. And we're also on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and on HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Thank you so much for that, Montrose. And Montrose, it's Wednesday. I mean, universally it's hump day, but it is definitely a countdown to the start of our fall semester that begins on Monday. Do you miss the energy on campus that happens when the first week of school starts?
You know, it's funny. Every time I'm on campus, it's a little quieter. I'm thinking maybe with some of the Welcome Week events that they're having, that maybe it'll a little more lively, but yes, it's a little different. I can't believe it's the beginning of the semester already.
It really did sneak up on us, but
yes.
We're excited to welcome our fall traffic back. Definitely value everyone that came this summer, but it is a lot more traffic during the fall. We're going to kick things off today by introducing our guests. For Small Business Wednesday, we have HCC's Entrepreneurial Initiatives, who is co-sponsoring a home ownership fair with Wells Fargo. Joining us to talk about that is Karen Gomez from Wells Fargo. Say good morning, Karen.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Really important topic. We're going to get right back with you and have Montrose speak to you about this opportunity. But first, we're going to have our monthly visit from HCC's Office of the Chief of Police. We're happy to meet a new staff member, Officer Felicia Carter, who is now serving as a community service liaison and recruiter for HCC's Police Department. Welcome to the show, Officer Carter.
Good morning.
We are so happy to have you. You come highly recommended by Chief Michael Benford himself. He gave us a preview to your role, but we're so excited to hear directly from you about everything that is planned with this new role. So let's kick off things by introducing and telling people what this new role means for the department and our students.
Well, Chief wanted to be able to have a position that will allow us to be able to introduce different things to the HCC community as well as the students. He talked about doing the community service liaison position, and the community service liaison position that I currently have been effective ever since June 1st. When I took over the role, the first thing that he gave me charge of is to develop our national night out that we're going to be having here at the PD at 3821 Caroline, right here in the central campus. We're going to be having national night out on October the 4th. And like I said, excuse me, I'm a little hoarse from sinus infection, but nevertheless, it will be from 5 to 9. We're going to have a lot of fun events. We're going to have food. We will have health checks. We're going to have different vendors that will be coming out and being able to promote their businesses as well. We're going to have different things like we're going to have a DJ, we're going to have obstacle course, we're going to have the community get a chance to go up against the police in a little obstacle course, so that's going to be pretty fun. We're going to do a little relay also. If it's a parent and a child, we'll let the parent and the child do a relay against the police as well. The whole thing is getting us to create a relationship with our community. The biggest thing that we want to do is to make sure that the community understand that we're here for them in all forms, not just for HCC, but it's a community event. So it's everybody involved, all hands on deck, just being able to have a little fun time to deal with the community and let the community know where we are located. Also, the things that we're also doing that we're introducing is with the time that we have now of active shootings. This is something that's not going to go away. It is a frequent thing that happens. And because it's frequently, we wanted to develop a active shooting training that we will be able to produce to the college and not just the college, but as well as the students. So we're asking everyone to get with their COOs if they're interested in having us come aboard. But we have already done approximately about 20 active shooting events, and everyone is getting great information, and we're getting great feedback. And that's what we want to do. We take pictures, we take videos of every event that we do with the active shooters. And then the questions that comes with that is amazing, because they are literally just, asking so many different questions, because a lot of people didn't understand the difference between concealment and cover. And that's an opportunity for us to tell you what to hide behind in the case that you're involved in an active shooter. But we want to make sure that our community, as well as our students and staff, be aware of that. Active shootings can take place, active shootings can take place outside of HCC as well, such as you're inside of Walmart and you hear a rapid number of shots being fired. We want you to run away from the shots, not to the shots. And then also you're in Home Depot. The country is opening up. We're having more concerts. We're having more games that sports events is happening. We want you to be able to know what to do in case that you are introduced or you involved in an active shooter event, so that you know how to make yourself safe for yourself as well as the people that's around you.
And Officer Carter, that is, something that's unfortunate but necessary. And I've had conversations with Student Life. I know you all are planning to partner with them to get this training to our students. And speaking with the chief, he really framed your role as the first steps towards the department's efforts towards community policing, which I think our community really needs to know that is top of mind for you all. And National Night Out sounds like a good time, and you all are planning early. So no excuses. People are getting advance notice about what you all have on the calendar. And it sounds like you all are having presentations and things where you could train and help people learn, be safe. I know you mentioned COOs can get with you, but if anybody else wants to schedule a presentation, what can they do?
Well, anyone can schedule a presentation. What we would like for when they are scheduling the presentations, make sure be in mind that small groups are just a little bit difficult. If you have a whole department, or let's just say it's going to be Northeast, and we want to get everyone involved in Northeast at that location. But the only thing you have to basically do is give me an email. My email is going to be felicia.carter@hccs.edu. You can send an email requesting for an active shooting training. Try to have as many people we can possibly have, because what we're trying to do is get the information out to everyone. We would rather have large groups instead of small groups, but no matter what is available, we will get the training out to them. Also, there's different events that's been going on throughout the college that they've been asking for us to participate in presenting the active shooting training as well. And also be advised, we do have the crime prevention tables that will be out at every last one of our campuses. We have officers set up to do that already, as well as if they want to have a crime prevention event, we can have that as well. Any type of event that they're having at HCC, we would like to try to be around to inquire for questions if needed.
Awesome. And, we're starting the beginning of the semester, and students and our faculty and staff may need reminders around that prevention. And also a question that comes up frequently is parking. So what reminders do you have for the top of the semester for the HCC family around crime prevention and parking at HCC?
The biggest thing is to be aware of your surroundings. The first thing, you want to make sure that you, as far as parking, be advised that you don't want to be able to put, important things such as a laptop, on your front seat of your car. Those type of things are only just asking for people to basically, what we want to do is take you out of being a victim and make you being a Victoria person and dealing with your own surroundings. Okay, so we got to take the first responsibility on ourselves. So when it's dealing with parking, what we would like for people to pay attention to the signage that's around the campuses. Park with their students, park in the areas for students. If they're faculty and staff, park in the areas for faculty and staff. We have a lot of signage that tell people where to park, because some areas have reserved parking and people are calling in, asking for towing. So we want people to be very advised with paying attention to reading your signage. The other thing is when you're actually parking, remember where you park. That's the biggest thing, just don't get in a car and run out. But, because we get a lot of people saying, well, my car is missing, my car is stolen. And actually, they just forgot where they parked because, on their first day of school, the first week of school, remember, we got a lot of high school students that's coming in, have never been away from high school. So we got all of these different buildings on campus and stuff, all these different areas, all these different people that they're going to be, interacting with. And it can be an overwhelming position for a person that's just now coming into a college setting.
Those are all great tips. So, take ownership of making sure that you conceal your belongings. Yes. and keep up with those. Parking is free at most HCC camp, the greater majority, I would say, the exception of probably one, Coleman. But making sure, to your point, paying attention to those signs. You can go to HCC's website and search parking to go ahead and get your parking decal. But it's my understanding that there's a little grace period the first week or so for people to get acclimated to getting parked and getting their parking decals.
So we definitely try to give people an opportunity to get acclimated to the new system. And that's just not just the students, but we got faculty members that's coming aboard that's new to HCC. We have staff members that have new positions. So we give everyone an opportunity. What we want you guys to do is to ask. If you're in doubt or you have questions, feel free to stop an officer if you see one and ask. And if you don't see an officer, you're more than welcome to go to the front desk of any location and ask for an officer to come to that location to talk to you and advise you where you can park at. But keep in mind, after a certain period of time, we're going to put it a responsibility back on everyone else and ask you to pay attention to the signage and park in the areas that you want to park in. Make sure that we have your parking decal printed out. And we also have the little plastic covers that they can get at any campus. We have plenty of them around. If you see a police officer, they're probably going to have a box of those things, the little hangers. But after a period of time, you have them for a long period of time, they begin to melt. So just ask for a new one. And then also at every front desk of every campus, we have those little hanging decals.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Officer Carter, for sharing more about your role and how the police department is supporting our entire HCC family. Officer Carter is the community service liaison and recruiter for the Office of the HCC Chief of Police. We'll have information posted after the show for you to learn more about their presentations and opportunities. And I'm going to kick it over to Montrose, who is going to be having a small business talk with one of our guests.
Yes, and I kind of feel like Officer Carter was talking about me a little bit because I'm notorious for forgetting where I park. But moving on to Karen Gomez, branch manager of Wells Fargo Private Mortgage Banking. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you.
So HCC's Entrepreneurial Initiatives is hosting a home ownership fair that covers the journey from deciding to buy a home through the application process, financing, and then to the closing. And as someone who has gone through that, I really think, honestly, the easiest part is the part that's not included, which is just looking for the house. That was the fun part. But then the hard part is all of those other things. Why is it important to have this type of event in Houston?
Well, one of the most important things that people gain after attending a home ownership fair is it's the confidence and information they need to set and achieve those financial goals. Home ownership, it's the biggest way that families gain wealth in America, and generational wealth can be passed to the next generation. So ultimately, responsible home buying, it involves a lot of preparation, and only you can determine when and if you are ready. And this fair is going to help you do that. It's going to help you answer those questions. If you've ever wondered what it takes to buy a home, if you want to make sure you attend, but you're going to learn about home buying basics like benefits and considerations of owning a home, managing your credit, different home buying options, and you're going to learn about the home buying process itself. So, now purchasing a home, it can be intimidating. It's intimidating to buy your second, third, or fourth home. So you have any questions about buying and financing, you just want to make sure you attend this free home ownership fair at HCC Southeast campus on the 14th. Honestly, so many people don't even know where to start, have no idea what questions to ask. So just make sure to attend and learn about the home buying basics and talk with local professionals.
Right. And I think, again, that is, like you said, it can be such an intimidating process. So tell us a little bit more about how how it's going to go. Is it going to be like one day long thing, or is it going to be like different seminars you can go to individually? How is that set up?
Yes, of course, Montrose. Okay, so this is a free home buyer fair. It's presented by Wells Fargo and Freddie Mac, and it's going to be on a Wednesday, September 14th. Registration for the event begins at 5:30, and the presentations are going to run from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then there's going to be a resource fair from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. The location is at HCC Southeast College. It's at the Learning Hub that's located at 6815 Rustic Street in Building D. There's going to be free parking. Again, it's a free event. So the parking is going to be at 6960 Garland Street, but you want to make sure you take the time to register for the event with these 6 simple steps. 1, visit wellsfargo.com/events. 2, you want to select the register now in the home buyer section. You have to enter a code, and that code is AH22 Houston. A is in Apple, H is in Henry, 22 Houston. You select the register online, fill out the registration form, and then you're going to just select submit my registration. And portions of the credit and literacy information are going to be presented in both English and Spanish.
Oh, that's great. Okay. And you alluded to this earlier about, you may be buying your second, third, or fourth home. So there may be people who are like, I'm just looking right now. I'm not at that point yet. Who really will benefit? It sounds like everybody, who's interested in getting a home.
Yes, everyone will benefit from attending this event, but in particular, first-time home buyers. That a first-time home buyer can be someone who hasn't purchased a home in the past 3 years, because products, process, it's evolved. So a first-time home buyer could be someone who's never purchased a home, or again, it's been for a couple of years since someone's purchased a home. But anyone thinking about buying and financing is going to benefit. Anyone that wants to learn about the home buying basics, such as the benefits and considerations of owning the home, anyone that would like to learn about managing credit, home financing options, and the home financing process. Anyone that would like to talk to a local professional and learn about the local resources for down payment and closing cost assistance programs. The fair is intended to help individuals navigate the complexities of the housing market and help make good home purchase and mortgage decisions to achieve sustainable home ownership. So you're right, anyone and everyone.
Right. Okay, and you mentioned the closing cost assistance program. I understand also you have a Dream Plan home closing credit. Can you tell me what that is?
Yes, I would love to tell you a little bit about the Dream Plan Home Closing Cost Credit. And I'm going to say it a couple of times. The Dream Plan Home Closing Cost Credit, it's part of a suite of home financing options developed to help more Americans achieve success in home ownership, and it gives them more purchasing power. It's a Wells Fargo commitment to economic growth, sustainable home ownership, and neighborhood stability, mostly in low to moderate income communities. Eligible customers in specific counties located within metropolitan statistical areas can receive up to $5,000 as a closing credit that they can apply towards non-reoccurring fees, such as an appraisal fee, processing fee, title fees, just to name a few. Customers, they have to occupy the subject property that they're purchasing as the primary residence.
Right.
But the program is going to help lower their cash to close, and allow them for an easier transition into home ownership. Now, customers have to be approved for an eligible Wells Fargo mortgage, and the total qualifying income for the customers on the transaction must be less than 80% of the area median income of the subject property. So also, the property has to be located in an eligible area. And luckily, Houston, which is Harris County, and the surrounding areas such as Austin, Brazoria, Chambers, Fort Bend, Galveston, Liberty, Montgomery, Waller, these are all eligible areas.
Great. Okay, and just really quick, if you can tell us one more time when and where it is.
This is going to be on Wednesday, September 14th. Registration starts at 5:30. It's going to go until 9. It is going to be at the HCC Southeast College, the Learning Hub located at 6815 Rustic Street, Building D.
All right. Thank you so much, Karen Gomez, branch manager of Wells Fargo Private Mortgage Banking. And we'll have the information about all in our post after. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right. Two important topics, safety and opportunities to have resources around housing. So I'd say, we had a good show today, Mantra.
I think so. I would agree.
So we're going to wrap things out with some announcements. And for your FYI, Montrose, we're going to hop around and make sure we get those that are really important for the beginning of the semester out. Our Path to Profession program still has opportunities available for those that are not familiar with the Path to Professions. It is a type of work study opportunity that places students directly into the field of study and pays them pretty well. And it differs from regular work study where students can work up to 40 hours a week. If you're looking for real world experience in your area of study, be sure to connect with financial aid to check out the opportunities to make some good money while you learn. We'll have links posted after the show for you to get more details.
Great. Also got, fall registration is ongoing. Classes begin next week. Fall 2022 registration is still going on. You can go through online anytime, no established class meeting time unless listed, online on a schedule, hybrid, in-person, and also hybrid lab. And for registration to all HCC programs, just hccs.edu/apply.
Yes, classes begin next week, and there is still time even after next week to start because HCC has multiple start dates with our online and in-person classes. If you still need help to register, there is Saturday support offered that will be offered, our last Saturday registration fair that's going to be offered this Saturday at multiple campuses from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you can't get in this week, know that there is an opportunity to connect with support staff around enrollment, financial aid, and payment options this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can go to hccs.edu/apply to learn more about that. And we keep letting people know it's still time to get financial aid, and there's still time to also join our free degree program for our recent high school graduates who may qualify to earn their degree for free at HCC. The HCC Eagle Promise program offers qualifying students money to cover their tuition, fees, and books each semester. So make sure you look at the information posted after the show. If you are a new high school grad, or if you know one that is a new high school grad, be sure to check out the details after the show. I think there is another career opportunity, Montrose, around graphic design, which I think you do a little bit of as well.
That's right. In less than 3 months, students can learn drawing techniques for the commercial illustration industry and earn college credit towards a degree or a certificate. And to learn more about this rewarding career in graphic design and digital communication, you can check out our post after the show or go to hccs.edu/apply.
Awesome. Well, let's let people know what they can look forward to this week on Up to the Minute. We have James Duvall of the Speech Communications Department, who will be here to discuss the plans for fall, such as the tenets of articulation, enunciation, and pronunciation, which I would be remiss if I didn't get that right,
Very good, very good.
And this is from his class in voice and diction. So we look forward to having James on the show. Montrose, tell people what they can look forward to on Thursday for Family Fun Day.
For Thursday's Family Fun Day, we remember Davy Crockett. The Alamo celebrates the birthday of the legendary frontiersman, three-term congressman, and iconic Alamo defender who made his last stand there. So looking forward to that definitely on Thursday, Family Fun Day.
Awesome. And just in case you missed it at the top of the show, and if you caught only part of what we were able to talk about today, be sure to catch us on HCC District's Facebook page and YouTube to watch our playbacks. We're also on the HCCTV channel. For those that didn't know, we have a channel, and follow us on social media for updates. Join us for our next segments for the remaining of the week. We appreciate you tuning in today and for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. We look forward to seeing you next time.
All right, see you next time.